We should have all three cameras going. What do I have in store for you all? This is the Signature Fitness Glute Hip Toner Thrust Machine, whatever you want to refer to it as. And what was on sale, $300 at Walmart. I don't like doing these at the gym on the Smith machine like some people like to. I think it's kind of a just that whole motion. Not something I want to be doing out in public, especially as a dude. So I sometimes do these at the house, but man, it's a pain in the ass to get stuff set up. So I said, you know what? Let's just buy something that a machine, you know, dedicated to this. There's a couple things I looked at. This will be plate loaded. It's probably going to take up quite a bit of room. Like I said, it seems really freaking heavy. Get the box out here without destroying it. Looks like we're gonna. So I don't know if there's a steel frame in here. I don't know if that's part of the machine or just to protect the insides. If it's just to protect the insides, it's pretty cool that they built something like that. At least for my $300. Now I didn't realize it, but I drug a crap ton of leaves into the house. It's just not gonna make the wife happy. All right. So at some point we'll talk, you know, hey, should I have bought this? Do you guys really need to do this exercise? Yada, yada, yada. Good question. All right, so we got a box of hardware, or a piece of cardboard, taped down hardware. In here, a couple different size bolts. Got hex bolts, carriage bolts. We've got some washers, different sizes of washers, and two different sizes of lock nuts. Oh, getting back to what I was going to say earlier. Very interesting how they pack this. This may be the best packing job I've ever seen as far as they don't want returns. I don't think this frame is part of the actual hip thruster. So in the box, I'm gonna go through different things here, but looks like a manual. Now, I'd like to say I'm gonna have only 3 videos. This is gonna be the unboxing. All right, I'm curious. If you're curious about unboxings, some people love unboxings. Then there will be a assembly. Assuming I can assemble it in here, and then we'll probably demonstrate it in here. But there'll be at least those 3 videos: unboxing, assembly, and then a operational video. Okay. But we've got 3 different camera views for these, so you all should get a good idea. Now the directions are super small. You will need glasses, I'll tell you that much right now. If you normally wear them for reading, you're going to need them. Oh God. So these parts aren't light that are in here, folks. I'm going to try and take these out. See what we can do. I'm hoping this thing is structurally capable of handling somebody my body weight. I weigh a mere 270 right now. And so, if this thing's junk, I think this would be the first thing I'd probably eat my $300 on, because I'm not taking this thing to be picked up. And odds are me trying to put it back in this box, that'd be a hassle. So here's the seat. I'm gonna go ahead and take the plastic off. I think I had a part, might have had a part number on it. There's probably not too many. This is either a seat or backrest. It is appears to be fake leather. Not surprising. All right. So this will obviously take a little while to get these parts out of here, and then to individually unpack every one of them. And I'll tell you, this frame, it's welded together. I would assume that I will end up keeping it. And I do believe, folks, this is the single most heavy thing I've ever had delivered to the house. It's not a automobile furniture, etc. Okay. So if I can find something to use that frame for, man, we will make use of it somehow. All right, so we'll try and clean that up later. No, I'm not trying to brush it under the couch. All right, this is gonna drive me nuts. Good enough for now. So, each one of these needs to be unpacked. So we'll need a box cutter. Probably need to be really gentle. Now, besides me, I don't think anybody else will ever use this thing. Maybe we'll get that. See what the wife wants to find out. Whew. Man, so this piece here stinks. Woo-wee. So this must be where your feet go. You will have to sweep, folks, after you assemble this. So this thing is freaking rigid. I want to say this thing said it was good for 400 pounds of weight on it. I don't know what how much weight you can have on top of the actual person, but I don't know how many days it'll take me to finish this project. So, okay. Now there are probably people out there that could assemble this without directions. I know if I saw a good picture of it, I'd be able to do it. So this is one of the things that, yeah, I don't know what that is. It's not big enough, I think, for the weight plate loaded component. This shit is pretty rigid though, so that's a good sign, right? That part, very rigid. Let me grab that. Trying to find something light. I kill my back. Kill my back before I can even use the thing. Yeah, so not too many gyms, you know, have these kind of devices these days. At least that I've gone to. I've never seen one in an actual gym. Okay, structural member and more dirt. So I imagine somewhere in here there's going to be something that is cheap. To be honest with you folks, this is $300 for the parts that I'm seeing so far. You know, made in China, I'm sure, but hell, as much as this weighed, shipping it across halfway around the country, and then, you know, once it gets in the country, some poor UPS driver had to drop this off. Okay, so here's the part that the weights are going to go on. It would appear 2-inch diameter. Hopefully it's, you know, sometimes, man, the tolerance on these bars and the weights is too tight, like with the bumper plates. They've provided 2 sets of collars. These are the real light ones. This piece has 2 holes in it, so it'll obviously get bolted to something. But now this bar, you know, don't think of an Olympic bar. It's not thick. It's completely hollowed out. I would say that is where they got maybe a little cheap. That could potentially, if you put too much weight on it, bend. And so I would stick with their values for weights and not try and go overboard. Now, occasionally, you know, we'll say even at Planet Fitness, probably at Gold's or something, we'll see some female doing 4 plates on each side of the hammer strength machine, Smith machine. You know, I think 4 plates is probably within reason with this thing, but folks, this is impressive, man. That is just, I can show you all the crap I bought recently. I mean, that is solid freaking steel, dude. So we're talking where a lot of the crap comes in, it's if it's 12 gauge, I'd be surprised. This is, you know, this might be 10 gauge, you know, which isn't that much thicker, but realistically, it is a lot more rigid. So the last weight bench I bought, the steel body, I think it was called Steel Body Plus or Steel Body. That felt kind of rigid, but then you looked at it, it's like crappy welds. This has really good welding. There's gotta be, folks, there's just gotta be something in this that's gonna make it just turn out to be a cheap piece of, you know what, I mean, right now, I'm like, how the hell could they make this for $300? Especially with, you know, Biden inflation out there. Of course, the Chinese can still produce cheap stuff, but once it gets over here, the price still goes way up. And, you know, there's another very solidly made piece. Now, I do need to make sure that I don't have parts in here that I'm missing. Well, so, good news. Not that many parts to put together. The bad news is, I don't know if the cameras will make it through the whole recording. So probably, stop. More very solidly built parts. Oh my God. Signature Fitness, folks. I'm a fan all of a sudden. I don't know what this part is, but holy cow. I've only seen one part that I would redo. Now, I have worked as an engineer for many a year. Done some pretty awesome stuff. Space shuttle, space station. We won't talk about what I currently work on, but I definitely have seen some good quality stuff, and I've seen some bad quality. And $300, I was expecting just total garbage. Oh my God. Okay, so this is probably a place where they skimped the belt. Yeah, this, if you can replace this, folks, I'm thinking that's the spot where they definitely skimped. So it's got a shitty little seat belt on it, thin belt. Padding looks a little not that great, but I'll tell you, that aside, $500, $600, easy, you know, for these components. Trying to get something this level of quality, metal thickness, over on this in our country, you know, built here. Good luck. But man, can't wait to put this together. All right, so we're gonna restart everything, see how our batteries are doing. And that was basically, that's the end of the unboxing. All right, so in a moment, as soon as I get all the cameras reset up, we're going to do an assembly. This camera luckily is easy to redo. Alright, so camera 2, we've got getting you set up for the assembly. Camera 3,